Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about a topic that is very sensitive to us content creators. And our boy Zaff here, who actually put the video out today, got me wanting to talk about this even more. Now, this is a topic I wanted to bring up a while ago, and it just never came around. I found no reason to, because realistically, for the most part, I don't really get much flack from players because I have a full free-to-play account and I run a full pay-to-win account. So I like to do spectrums on both ends to give you guys guides, obviously, from both sides of the picture, right? Currently on my free-to-play account here. Now, the topic here at hand is the toxicity of comments to content creators. Now, we're going to watch Zaff's video and I'm going to react to it because I think this is very, very important for you guys to note how hard it is for content creators, number one, to create content for this game from both sides of the spectrum, whether it's free to play or pay to win. But number two, more importantly, I think how hard it is for honest content creators to create content and then get shit on by people who don't have the knowledge of the game itself. Right now, I'm going to walk through his video and I'm going to react to it. And then I'm going to show you guys another content creator that has not been getting enough attention, in my opinion, and I think deserves a little bit more love. And that's LICHSTREAM. I'm gonna show you guys some of his content, and I think why you guys should be watching him as well too, to learn some things. So here's Zaff's video. I've actually asked Zaff for permission here to watch it. I'm sure he's gonna say yes to it, so I'm not even too worried about it. But if he says no for some odd reason, I'll definitely take it down. But here we go. Let's just get into this right now.
Some of you in the comment section have no idea what you're talking about, and you act toxic for no reason, especially when it comes to the Battlefield of Time. So please, I recommend you watch this video because we have people like Relaxing Wave who have no idea what they're talking about. They say you can't get free-to-play tips on a pay-to-win account.
So you can. And this is the reason why I make two accounts, is to avoid this exact problem, right? So for example, on my pay-to-win account, I have units that I haven't touched. I have units that are not fully ascended. I have weapons that I haven't touched and that are fully ascended. And then I knew that if the moment somebody sees an A10 character, doesn't matter what the rest of my account looks like, the account gets zero credibility. This is the truth about content creators. The moment a content creator becomes a pay-to-win content creator, majority of the subscribers who are free to play, especially majority of the population who are free to play, will no longer respect that content creator as much as they deserve. Now, in Zaff's regard, he does a really good job here showing what I've been saying all along, and what a lot of us have been saying all along, that in Battlefield of Time, like I told you guys thousands of times, stats do not matter. What matters the most are your artifact sets. Doesn't matter about the stats, and your advancements, which is your dupes. And I've been saying that for a while. I even made a whole video about how Battlefield of Time is calculated. So let's keep watching here.
Well, in a few minutes, buddy, this is what you're going to look like, because I'm going to prove you so wrong, you better eat your words. But also, the main reason I'm making this video is because we get comments like this. This is not toxic. They said, I think if you do that in a free-play account, that can help us. And also this one here, for all players here, it is impossible to do this as free-to-play, 100% impossible, which is not right, because
So, to the comment that said it'd be easier if you do this as a free-to-play account, you have to understand how hard it is to run two accounts. Imagine someone like me who runs two accounts, plus covers other games, plus is a dad, full-time employee, has businesses. You guys know my history. I've said it many times. It's not easy, guys. There's been times where I'm just like, man, I can't run two accounts all the time, and I just suck it up and do it because as a content creator, I feel like it's my duty to my community to provide you guys those content. So I don't blame Zaff here for not falling into this trap and wanting to create a secondary account, right? Now you can see his account, clearly it's not free to play, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have free to play units that he can focus on. So I just want to make sure people understand that concept.
a lot of you don't understand how Battlefield Time works. In my last video, I used Min, Jiwoo, and I also used Nam. So in this video, I'm going to run the absolute worst build possible using the...
So real quick, just so you guys understand the logic of why he's running this, and I've explained this to you guys in my video. The weapons make sense. We've already talked about this. The dupes matters. He's got an A5 and an A3. Perfect. Rare and SR weapon. That hasn't changed in his video. The reason why he's running all these guys is they're breakers. Again, for Cerberus, you just want to break. It doesn't matter who the breakers are. As long as you can break quickly, you get the job done. So these guys are actually pretty decent breakers, and it's not a bad choice for him to go on. He could have used also Jinho as well too instead of Jinchul. But I mean, at the end of the day, guys, what he's doing is making sense, and he's just proving to you guys that these characters are all exactly at no level except for 80 here. You guys can see here he has 106 versus 50k. Battlefield of Time is created for any player to take advantage of. It doesn't matter what level you are. As long as you hit the threshold of 50k and above, you will actually do fine in this, okay? Just so everyone's aware, that's how it works.
The most garbage hunters I can. I took off all the artifacts. I'm using base artifacts to show you why artifacts don't matter. Nothing matters for Battlefield of Time. The only thing that matters for Battlefield of Time is your ascension levels. So I'm going to hop in. I'm going to get close to the exact same time I have right here, using unadvanced hunters with no artifacts, using a very simple artifact set, and also taking off one of my blessing stones, only using 3. And don't dare say, oh well, you have an epic blessing stone. This hardly matters. There's free to play that do have these as well. You for sure have 1 or 2. Even if you don't, it doesn't matter. The differences aren't even that much. My RNG for blessing stones have been awful, and blessing stones in general, so anyone can do this. The same.
So I agree and disagree a little bit on that one. Blessing stones do make a big difference, but it doesn't. He's right in regards to some free-to-play players have access to those. Like, I think, for example, for my free-to-play account, if I look at it real quick while we're here, let me just mute this for a second. If you look at my blessing stones on my free-to-play account here, let's see, where is it? I have a pretty decent, look at that. I have this one, for example, right? So he's right. He's absolutely right. You can, as a free-to-play player, get access to these with some RNG. Now, not every free-to-play player's account is going to be the same, so keep that in mind. RNG does play a factor, and welcome to gachas. That's how life works. Gacha systems are meant to be loot box systems, so some people are going to have some luck, some people are not. But he's right. It's not going to make or break the entire run. You can still do fairly well with the rare versions of these if you have them. And there's a lot of good options to choose in this run. Okay, so let's just go back to this and see what else he has to say.
Goes for skills. Well, Zaff, you probably have epic or legendary skills. No, I don't. I have a rare skill rune. So what is there to really complain about? I'm using 1 epic rune, but this one doesn't matter at all. I'm just using it for the water damage and medium break. That's all you need. So again, hopefully I clarify for the future. Using a rare cannot get this to 810, but then you'll say, oh wait, you have an SR weapon to A8. Sure, you could say that, but the real issue is this weapon isn't even important. You only need it to A3 for it to be useful. Even then, there's so many options. A lot of you will already have a grimoire. I'm using this weapon just as an example. You can use a grimoire, at least if it's probably A1. That's probably preferred, since you get the bonus damage. If not, you can use something like Westwind even. There's so many options. I don't know why people are so hard locked on being like, oh my gosh, his weapons have such high enhancements. You're still wrong. You are so wrong. So I'm going to prove it in this video, running this team. And then you'll say, I'm sure someone will say, well, your shadows are probably super overpowered. No, they're not. Look at their advancement tiers here. I only have them to the blue ones. That's nothing. My blades is at common. This has nothing to do with it. So hopefully this video will show you why you hardly need anything in particular for Battlefield Time. I'm literally running hunters on their base form. Levels don't matter. I'm going to repeat myself. So who's the idiot now? And also real quick congrats again to BCITO Gaming for getting the first comment. I'm sure you are used to this by now. We also have DJ Shiro. They commented first in our Meilin video, which I totally forgot to shout out. So here's your shout out, KR, and a shout out to Paha, Kurobro, Kintsuki, Celsius, and S Candy for being comments wrong. I'm gonna run in, do a normal run to play. Everyone has at least 2 shadows that anyone picks. So I use my shadows, I dash forward, simple. Blades will wipe the entire map as you saw right there. And then the boss spawns, the Burning Low Demon. We're just going to use our rare weapon, nothing fancy. You can do this if you are a few seconds. That is not what I usually get. That is much higher than usual. So as you saw, this run is not optimal already. And we're going to start things off. I have Woo, level 1 Woo, which, well, I'm going to call it broken now. So you can start piling damage from the beginning. Right?
You guys can see here the breakers, like I was saying, the whole goal is to break. So using the 2 break skills plus the 3 breakers, easy break for him right there.
There we go. He is broken now. You can start piling in damage, doing whatever. Super simple. It's a relaxing wave. So tell me, what's pay to win about this? Because you can see this is a very standard run, not doing anything special. And then your ultimate and then effects don't matter, just the set effect, a 10, because my damage, 20 off, and we sure you are slow.
So 138. So you guys can see here, still pretty respectable time, right? So anyways, all in all, I just want to bring this up because I'm going to be real with you guys. And this is something that irritates content creators. And let's be real. Every time a content creator puts out a video like this, majority of the comments are like, hey bro, ignore the haters. Hey bro, don't worry about these toxic guys. You have to understand, put yourself in our position for a second, right? As content creators, we like to build a community. Our job is to adhere to the community and to, make sure that we do our best to be as relatable as possible to everybody out there. So for someone like Zach and someone like, Zaff and someone like myself, who are like all about honesty, transparency, especially for me personally, I'm all about transparency. And I can speak on Zaff's behalf in this because I know his content, I do watch his stuff, and I know he brings out great guides and he does his best to not only help free-to-play players but pay-to-win players. When you try to do both sides of the coin, right? Free-to-play and pay-to-win, and then you have free-to-play players criticize you for the content rather than just applying the knowledge you just learned, it sucks. And as content creators, we put our time and effort into creating these guides. And when somebody's toxic, or when anyone's toxic, as a matter of fact, we do take it to heart. It's easy to say, yes, the internet's all about trolling, but remember, this is our work. It's like my novel, right? I wrote a novel. The moment I get a critical review on a novel, I take it to heart because it's my work. It's my piece of work that I put my blood, sweat, and tears towards. And the same goes for content creating, right? We're all humans. So guys, please, next time before you criticize a content creator or you put down a method, try it yourself and try to mimic it, or not even mimic it, just apply the knowledge that's out there. These guides are meant for you guys not to go piece for piece or frame for frame. It's for you to understand the logic and the intelligence and the concepts behind the game, not necessarily do the exact same thing we're doing. You can get this 1,000 times over. And I'm going to show you guys another content creator. His name's Lich Games, I think. Let me see if I can find him. Lich Games, solo leveling. I highly recommend you check out this guy as well too, because he's done a lot of, here we go, LICHSTREAM. Sorry, it's LICHSTREAM, my apologies. He's done a lot of amazing stuff. Like, look at this. Cerberus run 0.102. Look at, like he's as a free-to-play player, right? And he does this like really, really well. So it's something that you guys should definitely look into. And you guys can see here, like, he's got A5 here, and he's an early access player. So he's got a little bit more than some of you will, but nonetheless, like, it's nothing that's out of the blue here. It's an A2 Rimar, A2 Plum Sword. Stats don't matter. I don't know why he's showing stats. I guess he just wants to show it. But nonetheless, like, you guys can see here, he's got incredible strategy. Like, incredible strategy. So, like, these are players who are better than me, right? I think people need to understand that there's a lot of players out there who are better than us content creators who don't get any recognition or just not enough recognition. And at the same time, you know what? For a lot of content creators, it's not about being a good player or not. It's about relatability and your personality and what you bring as a person, as well as not just your guides, right? So remember, guys, check out LICHSTREAM here as well too. He's got 569 subs. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to him as well too right now. So check out his channel. Definitely check out ZAFF'S channel. Nato's another great one who a lot of people criticize just because she's a whale, but she knows her stuff and she kills it too, right? So just remember, guys, next time you decide to criticize somebody for their work, maybe apply some of the knowledge that you're learning to your account. Try it, and if it doesn't work for you, come back with some positive criticism rather than some toxicity, which honestly at the end of the day could ruin someone else's day. We are humans behind these mics, and we care as much as you do, right? Just keep that in mind. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you for watching. Shout out to my man Zaff and LICHSTREAM here. Keep your head up, bro. You don't need me to tell you, but look at that number. That's crazy. Just do your best here, and hopefully you guys keep killing it, enjoy the content, and remember, try your best not to be so damn toxic. Alright guys, this is Payne. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.